at ourselves. There we are.
Hello.
Okay. We need to do a mic check and a video check. Can you guys hear us? And can you see us? No, there's no audio. Uh-oh. Hi, everyone. Is this volume on?
No.
Oh, that's why. Okay. Can you turn this up to see if we can hear ourselves?
Can we hear? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. We're good. We're live. Hi, everybody.
Yes, yes, yes. They can hear us. They can see us. Yes, yes, yes.
Perfect. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining our live. Thanks for joining the giveaway. We're pretty excited about the giveaway.
Happy St. Patty's Day.
Yes.
You know.
There's so we've done 4 live streams on this channel since February of 2021.
We're not very good at lives.
No, lives aren't really our thing. It's pretty funny. But 3 out of the 4. Wait, 3 out of the 4 so far have been giveaways. So this is the 5th one. So now 4 out of 5 lives are going to be giveaways.
Yeah.
Kind of cool. So we may do more of these in the future.
So maybe the next time you see us on a live, we're giving something away.
Yeah.
Just the way it works.
Yeah. So speaking of St. Patty's Day, today marks 12 years of Katie and I being together.
Yeah.
Dating wise, yeah.
Just together.
Yeah. Yeah. We had a few dates prior to St. Patty's Day in 2012. And then St. Patty's Day, we took a big trip to the beach.
Yeah.
And we kind of just, like, she was smitten for me. She said,
oh, yeah.
I want that man. And so it happened. Right?
Yep, exactly. That's exactly what happened. It was a 12-hour date.
It was a very long date.
It was our 3rd date. The first one was dinner. He was a blind date. We met on Match.com, for those of you who don't know our history. And we went on, I thought he was going to stand me up because he was a little late.
Not much, but okay, I'll give you that. That's fine.
And he arrived, and I stood up because I was already seated, and it's so embarrassing.
I can't believe you're telling the story.
So embarrassing.
Whatever.
And so I stood up and I go to shake his hand because I'm not a hugger. I'm not like a touchy, especially I don't know you, right? Like I've texted with you a few times. And so he comes up and he's like, we're on a date, we're hugging. And I was like, okay. And I had a coat on still, like a big coat like this. And I went like this with one arm kind of to hug him.
Yeah,
and
like a pseudo hug, like a little
hey,
pat
buddy.
in the back. Yeah. Which is
one
fine.
of these.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
And my jacket caught water and it dumped it onto the floor. And I took all the napkins off the table, got on my hands and knees, and was like, safety first. And I was probably as red as I am now.
Yeah.
And he was like, it put him at ease, totally relaxed him, and we had a fantastic night. And then we ended up going on a date like 2 days later.
Yeah. And
then the big, huge, long weekend, or week, it was a long 12-hour date going to the beach.
Yep.
Yeah. And and here we are.
Very our 12 years of being together. First of all, it's crazy to think it's only been 12 years because it really feels like it's been longer than that. Not in a bad way. Like we've done much.
Just done a lot. Yeah.
Our lives have been very different. I would say like every 3 or 4 years, things just really shift.
Yeah.
So it's been an adventuresome 12 years.
It has. There's been a lot.
There's been a lot.
There's been a lot of changes, a lot of.
Never would I have thought 12, even 5 years ago.
Yeah, that we'd be here.
We'd be here doing a YouTube stream in a different state. Yeah, it's just very on 60 acres with
over 100 animals.
100 animals, yeah. Yeah. I knew that we'd have a lot of animals because you've always had.
I'm an animal person.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Oh,
anyway,
happy togetherversary. I like it.
Nice. Yeah. So one of the things we wanted to mention, we are going to get to the giveaway. I know most of you are here for the giveaway. We're not going to draw this out, but one of the things we wanted to mention is we've been thinking about doing something on the Kramer Life channel called Flashback Fridays. We have a lot of new viewers that started watching us when we got to the homestead.
Yeah.
And when we set up our YouTube channel called the Kramer Life, we didn't call it the Kramer Homestead because it's not just around the homestead or the DIY house renovation that we're doing. We wanted the channel to follow what our life, what our lives are doing.
Whatever the chapter in our life was.
Exactly. And so we have hundreds of videos prior to our homestead videos of us doing a lot of traveling, staying with other people in their homestead, doing work with them. Just some fun stuff that really we think should get more views than they did. So we're thinking about doing Flashback Fridays where we take videos from the past and we repost them showing that they are flashbacks from years ago and just doing that again. So kind of curious what you guys think about that, doing Flashback Fridays, if that's a good idea, if you guys would be interested in that or not. I guess ultimately the number of views we get will kind of tell us if people are interested or not, but yeah. So we're kind of thinking about doing that for the channel.
Just some of our favorites. It won't be like every video again. It'll just be some of the ones that we really liked, or because the other night Nate was in the bedroom and I was out here in the living room and I could hear voices, and so I knew he was watching something and he is just laughing so hard. And then I heard one little small part that I knew exactly what he was watching, and he was watching when we were trying to put the bed in the back of our truck.
Yeah,
the sleeper bed, the air mattress.
Yeah.
When we were traveling. And that was such a funny moment, like with Floyd and with Kinsley. And it was just, some of them are harder for us to watch because, it's a little emotional for us, but they're still so funny and we had such a good time. So
So anyway, so that's
we just thought just to kind of switch it up every once in a while, just put something upbeat. And I mean, we're trying to keep it on the positive side here as we're going through a crazy remodel right now.
Right. So we got one of the questions here about Flashback Friday was, will this be an extra video? And we're not sure. It would be every Friday. We're trying to do 3 videos a week on the Kramer Life. We don't always get to 3 videos a week, but we would like to do that. So it may be that it's our 3rd video, maybe it's our 4th video for the week. We're kind of just playing with how it goes, but I don't think we're necessarily intending it to be one of the main videos of the week. We just want to have something more consistent and bring back some of the fun stuff that because like right now, it really seems like I'm stressed out or like I don't have a sense of humor or anything. So I'm just working on the house. And back then when we were traveling, like it was a different feel to the channel because
you should talk to the editor about that.
Well, the editor also had more time to edit at that time. It's just one of those. Anyway. As long as we get to follow Nate on the house renovation, we're going to continue doing the house renovation. I may actually do what the haulers are doing because the haulers are building an addition and they're just doing a recap, one video at the end of the week that recaps what that happened that week. I may go to that format. I think I'm kind of kicking that around in my head. I don't know. We'll see, because I want to get. I don't want the channel to be just the DIY home renovation. And I want to still showcase some of the stuff we're doing on the homestead beyond that. Yeah. So I don't know. And it's hard to mix those two up because when I'm working on the house, I'm working on the house. I'm not doing other things. And so it's hard to have it be a mix. But
and then just all of the gardening stuff that's getting ready to start. And I mean, there's just so much happening right now with the chickens and with the gardening and the seeds that, just got started. And then from the processing, still working through, bringing that out. So there's a lot of cooking stuff. And then the housework, we just have a lot, as y'all know, we always have a lot going on because we like, I guess, having lots of things going on, lots of projects.
Yeah,
it's the way it works.
The spice of life.
And then we have, wanting to get the food forest started and get that kind of planted. So it's just kind of as we find time and breaks. Oh, somebody said they can barely hear us.
Uh-oh. Well, I guess we'll have to talk louder.
Okay.
Okay, so should we, I guess, start getting on the giveaway?
Sure.
I mean, we can talk about other things along the way too, but I'm going to start on some of the giveaway stuff. And so Bluetti reached out to us asking us to give away one of their new products, the AC200L. And I asked how many of these they were giving away, and they didn't tell me. So I have a feeling this is pretty specific to our channel, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And we're really excited to be able to do this. And I want to thank Bluetti for this opportunity for us to give back to our viewers, or at least one of our viewers.
One of them, sorry. We didn't get like a stack of them or
exactly.
a supply.
I tried. I was like, hey, how many can you give away? So thank you, Bluetti, for doing this. And what they are giving away is the AC200L. It's 2400 watt AC output. It can do 3600 watt power mode or power lifting mode. It's a 2048 watt hour battery. It can recharge in 45 minutes with 2,400 watts of AC. I have to read through these things. It can actually have 1,200 watts of solar input, and there's 6 different ways of charging it beyond solar. So it's a really cool machine. It's a step up to the AC200P that I use almost daily.
Yeah.
So it's a really nice gift, and I'm really excited to be able to give that away.
Yeah.
So we need to talk about how we're going to be choosing the winner, and this is going to be random. There's no favorites being played here. So I'm going to share a screen for you guys to see, so you can see the methodology that I'm taking to select a random winner. All right, are you guys able to see a Google Sheets
spreadsheet?
A Google Sheets spreadsheet.
Yep.
It looks like you can.
Yep, it popped up.
Okay. What I ended up doing was taking every comment from the giveaway video and bringing it into a Google Sheets spreadsheet. And that means that there were a total of 751 comments on that video.
Man, if all of our videos got that many comments.
Okay, so 751 of you entered in to win. Well, maybe not all of you. Some of them were just like, good luck to the winner kind of thing.
Yeah.
I then went through and I removed any duplicates. So basically, one commenter has one entry. So if you commented multiple times trying to increase your odds, I removed your duplicate.
Everyone's on an even, it's all on the level.
It's on the level.
Even playing field. Everyone gets one shot.
Yeah. Okay. So the instructions on the giveaway video was to be entered into the contest. All you had to do is enter in the word Bluetti into a comment down below. And you could have done anything like just the word Bluetti spelled correctly, or I'd love a Bluetti, or I want to be part of the Bluetti giveaway. That was the instructions. No strings attached. Just put the word Bluetti in the comment. So of the 735 remaining comments, so no duplicates, I had to filter out anybody's comments that did not have the word Bluetti, and that left us with, where did my mouse go?
689. Only because I know this.
Okay, that's right. That left us with 689 entries to this giveaway. And I have all of those listed right here on this screen, and I've made the font big so everybody can see.
Hopefully, even those on your cell phone probably can't see very good, but you should be able to see when we pick a winner.
Yes. Okay. I like down below, we have people commenting Bluetti.
Too late.
Just for the record, it is for the comments that happened on the video that we posted almost a month ago.
Yeah.
And so entries have already been brought into the selection criteria. So anybody commenting Bluetti today on this live stream, I'm sorry, but your entry does not count. We love you and we're glad that you're here, but yeah, we gotta play by the rules. Okay, so now how am I going to choose a random person or a random comment of the 689 comments that are there?
Hey, IT guy, tell us how.
Nate, bring out your geek.
Nerd alert.
So there is a function in Google Sheets called rand between, and it'll pick a random number between two numbers that you specify, inclusive of those two numbers. So in this case, you can see here, rand between 1 and 689. So it'll choose a number, a random number, a whole number from 1 to 689.
Including 1, including 689.
Yes. Yep. So as soon as I make this formula active and I hit enter, it's going to pick a number for us. And we're going to go down, find that number, and read the comment, and then reveal who made that comment and the winner.
Yep. I think everyone's ready.
Good. However,
wait, there's more.
I need to read something that's very important. So I'm going to stop sharing the Excel spreadsheet for a second, and I'm going to share a different screen. And this is what Bluetti wrote to us in the instructions on the email of the giveaway. Okay, I'm going to read this. Regarding the selection of the winner. So this is Bluetti, my representative at Bluetti saying this.
It's showing both of those. I don't know if it matters.
I don't know what this.
There you go.
Okay. So she says, once you select the winner, please share the winner's name, phone number, and shipping address with me, and I will handle the product delivery. The winner's shipping address must be a USA or a Canada address. Please note, Bluetti's team will not contact the winner or ask for any fees. This is a gift sent out by Bluetti free of charge. And please be cautious of scams requesting personal information. The reason I'm sharing this is because once we choose the winner and have that winner contact us, we need to get your phone number, your full name, and your address to pass that along to our Bluetti representative. So you have to be okay with that. We're not going to share your information with anybody else, just like we wouldn't want you to share ours. You guys know we're pretty private about that kind of stuff. But that's how we're going to be able to make sure that you get your Bluetti.
Yep. And
Bluetti says that they are not going to ask for you for any money. This is a free gift, and they're going to send it out to you, and they are not going to contact you. The reason they need your phone number is to make sure that when FedEx or UPS or whatever delivery mechanism they use, if there's a problem in the delivery, they can contact you to make sure you get it.
Yep.
That's standard for how we get
all of our products.
Yeah, that we do demos on.
Yep.
Okay, so I wanted to share that because that's very important.
Yep. So if you get any comments that look like they're from us in the body of this video or in another video, just know that we are not selecting the winner and we are not communicating in the comments to the winner. We want to be very clear that you have to watch this video, you have to hear it here, and we will also give instructions once the winner is selected on how you contact us and then how we're going to verify each other to make sure that you really are, there's no scams involved. So we just want to be super safe on everyone's privacy.
Yeah. And the reason we're doing that is because in the giveaway video, immediately after it ended,
there was over 100.
There was a bot that went in pretending to be us, commenting to our users saying, hey, we selected you as a winner. Reach us on whatever, Telegram or Instagram, and we can give you the prize. And we're not doing that. That's not us. And that's not how we're going to do it. So it's via the video only, no comments.
All right.
Okay. Are we ready? I'm excited. Okay. All right. So, oops, not settings, wrong button. All right. I'm going to share that Excel spreadsheet, sorry, the Google spreadsheet. And we are going to select the winner. Okay, using rand between 1 and 689, the winning number is 138. So let's go to one comment 138. There it is right there. This person said, the Bluetti AC200L portable power station would be wonderful to have as a backup when the power goes off. And the person that stated that was, oh my goodness.
Why?
Okay, well, the person that said that was user-WM7XR3CJ9Z.
All right.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, that's just horrible. Well, it is. I'm glad that they won, but I hope that they know who it is.
Yeah.
I need to make that big.
Okay.
So, user WM7X, you need to go to I'll keep that up. You need to go to our, the Kramer Life homepage, go to the About Us, find our email address, and email us and say that you are the winner of the Bluetti giveaway. And then we will validate that this is really you, and you can validate it's really us, and we will give Bluetti your information, okay? If you do not do this in 1 week, so a week from today, so what is that, what is the date a week from today? The 24th, by the end of the 24th of March, we will do another live and another giveaway, or another.
We'll select a different
winner at that time. Okay.
All right.
I think that's good. I think that's it. So, wow. Having a person's name would be a lot easier, but maybe you know who you are. And I really hope you do. You said the Bluetti AC200L portable power station would be wonderful to have as a backup when the power goes off.
All right.
And this is what you said right there. So there's the winner. Congratulations. Woo!
All right.
I'm going to stop sharing that screen.
That's good.
All right. I'm very red.
Yeah, it's toasty in here.
Yeah.
All right. So there was a couple of questions that we were getting in the chat. I think one we get almost every time. People want to know what I do for a living. So my day job, my Monday through Friday job, I am a senior program manager for a global team that basically what I do is I lead large scale events. So I travel the US and I put together really big events that our company is going to participate in. So that's what I do for a living outside of, my chickens and this.
Well, it's actually, many of these people may not know about the chicken.
Oh, okay.
And how that's doing. We talk about it on our second channel, our daily vlog on Keeping It Kramer. But anyway, continue.
Oh, I was done.
You gave me a look like, okay, I was getting there.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No. The chickens, we are up and running and selling chickens now. We have about 100 eggs in the incubator. There's 15 goose eggs and the rest are chicken eggs. And I've got 3 incubators running right now. So looking to have those be available here the first week of April. Everything should be hatching out the second week of April. The geese should be hatching out if we have any geese. This is our first attempt. We're going to candle them after we're done here, so when it's dark outside, so we can see and make sure if there's any movement or any development in those. I've already candled the chicken eggs. They're looking great. There's lots of veins in development, so I'm excited. And then we do have one broody goose also who's sitting on, do you know how many eggs?
Probably 4 or 5.
She's sitting on a couple eggs.
And some chicken eggs.
So she may just have some chickies.
Yeah.
I don't think the chicken eggs are fertilized,
no,
though. But yeah, so that's how it's going. A couple people have asked when we're going to ship Right now, I'm not going to be shipping eggs out. We're going to do local pickup only, or meeting, folks that are local. And then the other question I saw in there was if we have a website yet. I'm working on it. We're building out a website. Hopefully more information to come. I'm still, working through the business name, getting an address and things like that. So, and building an actual structure that we will have the business so people can come and visit and purchase chickens and other products made here on the homestead.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit about, I guess, some of the stuff I'm working on when Nate's tearing out,
the house.
everything in the house. Pretty much. I mean, I walked in there yesterday and I went,
there's no floor. What happened to the floor?
Watch where you step.
Yeah.
So
it's a construction zone.
All right.
Well,
let's see what else you had. I thought you had a couple other things potentially. I'm gonna go through.
I had notes on what to talk about. That was my notes. The giveaway was the end of the notes.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, and then we can go through comments.
Let's see. I don't know if there's anything.
I don't know. Lots of congratulations.
Lots of congratulations.
And happy anniversaries. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, so the intent of today's giveaway, of today's live was for the giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Go ahead.
House timetable or timeline. Well,
last year.
I did make a commitment that we will be in the house by winter. That will be a stretch, but that's my commitment. So we're still in the tearing out the floor, but I think once we get the floor back in place, I think things will go a lot faster.
Putting it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think realistically we could be in the house by winter, be done with the house, at least the internal of the house. Then there's external stuff to do, but
there's always something.
There's always going to be something to do.
Yeah.
Yes. So lots of work. I'm really enjoying it. I'm learning a lot. I've never done this before. Prior to this, when we were living in Portland before we moved out here, I tore out one wall and I built one wall and I put up some sheetrock. That's the extent. And then we repainted a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, we did cosmetic stuff and like new trim, but nothing like this.
Yeah, we built tables and things like that, but not constructions type stuff.
Mm-mm.
Flooring, put in some flooring and stuff. I put in flooring in my other house before I met him. But it's
all new.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Well, to this extent, it's very different.
To the level of, yes. Yeah. And then at some point we'll maybe build another house somewhere else on the property. Yeah.
Tractor.
Tractor?
Tractor.
There will be tractor news very soon. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah.
Let's see.
Somebody else remodeled a 1930s cottage in the 90s when they lived in Oregon. Oh, wow.
Took 4 feet up the walls and 70% of the floor joist. Oh.
Yep. Okay. Very similar.
Very similar.
Yes. Yeah.
That's kind of what we feel like. More pigs. Yeah, we want to get more pigs. We want to do probably the next group. We'll get a female and a male and breed them. But yeah, not for a while. We definitely have enough on our plate right now between the chickens and the house and getting the garden started and set up and getting the food forest put together. So I think that, once we start working through some of that and we have a tractor to help us,
maybe we'll see what the news is later on.
Then we'll be able to, follow where we put the pigs, because we were very strategic about where we put the pigs and how we used them. And so they've cleared out quite a bit of the undergrowth and, did a lot of the rooting and the digging up of the invasive vines and things like that. So now it's going to be good to go through there and clear out those spaces And then once we do that, that'll turn into silvopasture, which will give us more room for more sheep and being able to expand our flock of sheep. And then the next step probably is pigs.
Yeah, and the sheep is because we want to lamb and sell.
Yeah.
So we were thinking about doing that, trying to do that early this year, and we almost got ourselves a ram for that. But then we decided, we have enough on our plates right now. Let's just focus on the house and getting that food forest stuff going and just finishing what we have started.
Yeah.
And then when things are easier for us because we're in the house, we can start expanding more of our homestead operations and animals and the income kind of stuff. And right now, with the chicken business starting to take off, there's still a lot to be done with that. And it's just going to be easier for us to focus on a couple things versus a whole bunch of things.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think just getting the chickens really established, because right now the biggest piece is, I can breed them and I can sell them, but where am I going to house them all if they all hatch out and I don't sell them right away? Then it's thinking those types of things through. So I'm trying not to get ahead of myself with that, and I'm doing pre-orders and having people kind of agree with what it is that they're looking for first before I start incubating and hatching, because I don't want to just breed chickens and then not have somebody who wants them.
Yeah.
So
and all of a sudden have 10,000 chickens on our property.
10,000.
Hey, that's just too many, Katie. I'm letting you know right now, 10,000 is the limit.
I'll become the executive in overalls and we'll just have a forest of chickens. And then let's see, somebody said something about an emu. Probably not.
Not anytime soon.
No.
Maybe in the future. Like I said in the beginning of this, every 4 years we kind of have dramatic shifts. Maybe we'll get an emu. I don't know. Yeah,
not something. I don't think it was anything that we ever really thought of. We've talked about llamas and ostrich and donkeys and other things, but again, it's right now we're pausing, putting the pause button on the extra animals. With the exception of looking for perhaps some more ewes.
Yeah, because now that we have more area because of what the pigs did, there is quite a bit of space for our sheep to really roam. And the area that the pigs were in over the winter, now that grass is starting to grow, it's awesome. I mean, there's still a lot of down trees and it needs to be cleaned up and stuff, but it is so different looking than it was when we got onto the property. It's crazy.
All right. Let's see.
Have we explored the other side of the creek?
Yes. We have, yes.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if we've ever taken you as viewers on the other side of the creek. I don't know. It's probably
beside it down to the river, but we haven't actually, I don't think we've shown them up the hill.
Yeah. There's like 4 or 5 acres up there that it's just a big giant hill at that point.
Yeah.
And so
it's just woods.
Yeah, it's just woods. Not really an area that we really need to go.
It's the only part of our land that has mature timber that could be
harvested
cut down
right now. Yeah.
But it's only 3 to 4 acre or 4 or 5 acres, and it's across, like, it's very hard to get to.
Yeah.
And it's very steep. So yeah, we'll just let it go. But it looks really nice because it's actually established forest and it's not like the rest where it's all the undergrowth and stuff. So it looks the way it should.
Yeah.
I just wish the rest of the woods looked like that.
Yeah. We'll get there. Things are getting cleaned out quite nicely.
A lot of people are saying hey to Wilson.
Aw. So my friend Wilson, I've known him longer than I've known her. So we worked together for
a while.
Yeah, 14 years back in Portland. And I'm very happy to say that he moved out here, not because of us, but he's now fairly close compared to being on the West Coast. And we both really enjoy working together, and he has lots of experience doing construction. And so he's a great resource and just a really good friend, and very thankful for Wilson.
And he's had a lot of homestead experience too, farming
Yeah,
experience.
he before I even thought about doing any sort of homestead farming stuff, he had his own farm out in Washington and just tons of experience with different animals and horses and whatever. So he's a great resource, and it's just a really good friend, and we get along with all the spouses get along. It's great. So it's
he's a good person to take to the shooting range. Like we just all along, he's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
And somebody commented that the first time they heard Wilson, they thought of Tom Hanks in the volleyball.
Wilson, not that Wilson.
Yes, Wilson.
Yeah, Tim the Toolman Taylor's neighbor, Wilson. Yeah, because he doesn't want his actual identity revealed, and I kept calling him my friend who doesn't want to be on the camera.
Yeah,
be in the camera, and that doesn't work. And Katie's like, here, he's like Wilson, the guy behind the fence. I'm like, oh, it's perfect. Let's call him Wilson.
Yeah. So, no, we haven't seen any more predators. No more coyotes or anything close to the property lines. The dogs are doing a really good job. We've kind of got them fenced in about 20-25 acres right now. We're going to be expanding or opening some of that up again now that we have the perimeter fencing cleared. The next step is one of the projects outside of the house that we'll be working on is to get that hot wire on those fences and make sure that our dogs can't get underneath. And then also to make sure the dogs that keep coming on our property can't come on our property anymore. So just to kind of have that protection there. Once that's open, then we'll be able to open it up and the dogs will have more area. So then I think it's going to be that's where a lot of the activity is, because we do have 60 acres. And so right now, all of our animals are kind of in maybe a 5-ish.
Yeah, less
10.
probably. Yeah.
Well, the sheep are in a pretty big one now.
Between 5 and 10 acres around
our house. Yeah. And so we do plan on moving the chickens that are in the metal coops. We plan on moving those coops up and where the geese are up. So basically there'll be no animals kind of behind all of our neighbors on one side.
On the west side of the property. We're going to move them to the east side of the house around the pond where the other chickens are, and try to have all of our chicken operation in one area, making it easier for maintenance, for daily chores, protection.
For the dogs, yeah.
Electricity, water, all that, instead of having it spread out. So
yeah, and then it'll also be closer to where I plan on putting where I'll be selling chickens and things too. So then I'll be able to have a separate entrance so that people don't come to our house and up our driveway. It'll be completely separate and it'll be fenced off and it'll just be a separate area. So it'll make it really nice. So I think that's a project that I'll start working on here coming up in a little bit.
Yeah. Somebody asked, do you ever miss the West Coast?
No.
She does not. I do. I miss
people.
Yeah. I mean, our family is there. So yes, we definitely miss that portion of it. I like the West Coast. I really like the summers, and the winters and the fall here remind me of the summer and fall in Portland. When it gets to late spring and summer here, I do miss the West Coast because it's very different. It's not as humid. So we're slowly acclimating to the humidity. Slowly. Okay, I am very slowly. But I definitely miss the less humid times a year.
Yeah.
But we're settling in, and it's not that we don't enjoy it here, because we do.
No.
But there are definite times that I miss the West Coast.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a little bit of miss. I don't know.
She can be anywhere.
I like the pace here.
Yes.
So I think that's a big thing for me. I love that we have land. If we had the opportunity to have this land there, I probably would be okay with that. If we would have been able to find that, but it just wasn't something that we could do and use it the same way. So, I mean, I miss the people. I think that's kind of
Yeah.
you always miss people when you've lived somewhere. I mean, he's lived there his whole life. I lived there 20 years.
Yeah.
So we definitely have a lot of relationships out there still. And amazingly, almost all of them have come out to visit already.
Yeah.
So even though we don't have anywhere to put them, like air mattresses, or they'll just stay at a hotel, or, but it's been nice.
Yeah. My mom is coming out
Mhm.
for the first time at the end of April, which is going to be awesome.
Mhm.
We both agreed that she's not staying in the house because it's not going to be ready for her.
Who knows if it has floors?
Yeah. But yeah, so we're both really excited about that because mom hasn't seen this place, only in videos.
Yeah.
Our kids have been out.
Mhm.
Lots of our friends have been out. So that's, and we're making friends out here. So but yeah, there are times that I miss it.
Yeah. Yeah. Wood stove in the house. I hope so.
Maybe.
It's kind of we're having lots of conversations of, I'd like to do this, and he takes off his mask all serious, like, are you serious?
She's referring to yesterday when I'm actively removing the tongue and roof floor, and I'm looking at the brick chimney that's in the house. It's not operable because it doesn't even go through the roof anymore. It's not being used. Thinking, I know she wants to remove that, and I really don't want to remove that. And if I have to remove it, I have to do it now before I tear out the floors. And then she comes in and we start having a conversation. And her and I are very different in opinions of whether that should stay in or come out. But you'll find out later what the decision was.
Oh man. Once we establish our chicken farm, will Katie quit her job? A girl can dream, can't she? Probably be a while before I can quit my job. We have to be financially secure, so it definitely will be a while, but that the goal is to just build up and produce as much as we can here on the homestead so that we're not having to go to the grocery store. I mean, we went to the grocery store the other day, and I think it was,
you guys all know how this is. $40 for like
2 gallons of milk
and
a thing of yogurt and a bag of chips. It was like, what?
Yeah,
so it was like, man alive.
The dollar does not go as far as it used to, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So, and we had talked about her quitting and me starting up going and getting a job, which it's not out of the equation by any means, but the question is, how much can she move forward in the homestead versus how much I'm able to move forward with things.
Yeah.
And so
it could be just different seasons, right? When the house is done,
right?
Maybe then it makes more sense that I focus more on the animals and build that up more,
right?
Because we have somewhere to stay and live, and we're finally out of the RV. And it's just one of those where we'll play it by ear.
Yeah, but right now it makes more sense for her to work, me to stay and do the homestead full time. It may switch at some point, and that's fine. It's not out of the equation.
Let's see.
Yep.
Yeah, it's very humid in the summer here. The people are awesome. Yes.
Deborah says, remove chimney. Deborah.
Yeah, Deborah.
I don't know about you.
Yes, we would have had to have been millionaires to afford 60 acres and on the West Coast.
Yeah, not a chance.
Yeah,
that wasn't going to happen.
We could have afforded it in a flood zone that flooded or that had no electricity, and it flooded like 5 times this spring. But yeah,
it's getting very expensive out there.
We're getting more and more support for the chimney to be removed.
Well, who's now on what? Remove it, get over with it. Come on. You know what?
Team Katie.
I don't know. We'll see.
Oh man.
Grab your dust mask and your sledgehammer. Let's go.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just imagine the grocery store if we didn't have all the meat in the freezer. Yeah. We haven't bought meat at the store for years. Yeah.
It's been a long time. And wow, that makes a huge difference.
Yeah. And now we're trying to do more with the meat, like prosciutto and the hams that we hung. And so we'll be really curious to see the different ways that we've been able to preserve it this year and how that works and how that lasts for us, because there's only 2 of us. And so that's a lot of meat for us. So we definitely given a lot. Our neighbors are going to have some pork chops tomorrow. They're very excited to try those. And then some of our friends have already commented. I made a tenderloin today. It was so good.
It was. I made a comment so that the tenderloin came from the most recent processing that we did, and it was probably the best cooked and tasting piece of meat I've ever had in my life. It was absolutely amazing. Just it was so good.
Yeah, and I just marinated it overnight with some soy sauce, or not soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, brown sugar, garlic, and pepper. And then I did a small olive oil rub on it with some chili powder, some paprika, and some black pepper and some brown sugar. Threw it on the smoker for an hour and a half, got it to 145, let it rest for 10 minutes, made some cheesy grits and some cinnamon apples.
So good.
And that was our lunch today. It was
so
very good. Because we were laughing with how big the pigs were, that the loins were like, they were less than a pound. They were so tiny, but they were good.
They were so good. How do you plan on heating the house with a heat pump? We probably will end up putting a fireplace in there. I mean, we have
wood.
We have a lifetime amount of wood on our property, and free heat is great, but it doesn't really get that cold here. However, but the heating and the cooling of the house will be through heat pumps, mini split heat pumps in the different rooms.
Yeah, and the existing chimney is not functional. It doesn't even go through the roof. It's not going to be something we reuse. If we keep it, it'll be aesthetics only. If we tear it down.
I don't see a single comment in here about keeping the chimney.
I don't either, Nate. Huh.
Hey, they can comment all they want. They're not the one doing the work.
So we would put the chimney, the wood burning fireplace, on the external wall. This is on an internal, kind of the center of the house. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, we'll do a mini split for that. Was it difficult emotionally? Yes, it's always difficult emotionally to process animals, especially ones that we've had as long as we had them. We had a lot of discussions on, do we just keep them? But then it's to the point of, well, what purpose? Yeah. Like for what? And can we
afford it?
Can we afford it? Yeah, to keep them and to keep feeding them. And so neither of them were intact, so they couldn't, produce babies. They were very sweet, but they didn't clear the land as good as the first set of pigs that we had. And so it was kind of a little bit of a conversation that we had, definitely, was, do we keep them or do we process them? And ultimately it's like, what was the reason we purchased them? Why, what purpose would we have if we kept them? Mm-hmm. And is it emotional only?
Right.
And it turned out it was emotional only. And so we just had the discussion, and I don't think either of us regret processing them.
No, I don't regret. What I'm glad we did was honor the entirety of the 2 pigs. We didn't do any waste. And so, and that was important. And that took a lot of time, way more than
like 2 weeks.
It was crazy how much effort went into preserving and using as much as possible and not wasting anything. And so no regret, and using and honoring it.
Yeah.
Prior to us having our own animals and doing our own processing, we both helped process with other homesteaders in the area, many of which you guys have seen on our videos. And it's very different because it's not animals that we raise. And so there isn't any emotional connection there. And as soon as you start raising them, it's very different, and it is hard, but it is where food comes from, and that's just how it goes. And I would much rather know that the animal lived a loved life, the best that they could, fed well, treated well, and didn't live in a factory to produce meat.
Yeah.
So
yep,
that's how it goes.
Yep.
Okay, so one last thing on this chimney thing. There was a comment. I don't know. Check your options. So I can't read. I don't have my glasses on.
Check your options on the chimney. Can it be retrofitted for a wood stove or a usable fireplace? Otherwise cheaper to remove it.
Yeah, we can't use it. This chimney was probably built in the 30s or the 50s or whenever the house was moved, because it used to be back in the property and now it's where it is now. It's not actual fireplace brick. And if we got a wood burning stove, it wouldn't go through a chimney like that. It would go through a flue or whatever. It's not a flue, but the metal piping stuff that's way safer these days. And so the only reason to keep it would be because Nate doesn't want to remove it, and or using some historical pieces of the house as features for aesthetics in the house.
Yeah.
Because we're doing a major renovation on the 30s house, and some of the characters of the 30s house are going away, and I want to preserve some of them. And so that was our discussion. If we're really going to do it, I don't mind doing the work. It's going to be dirty and nasty and whatever. But I kind of want to preserve some of the look and the history of the house. Done.
And not get dirty.
Well, no, I don't. Yeah, the soot, but so anyway.
Yeah. No, we don't plan on purchasing any of Sang's piglets.
No.
He has coonies. It's not a pig right now that we're really that interested in. A lot of people get them because they don't root and they're better in pasture. We actually want a pig that's going to root and really work the land, because our situation's much different than a lot of other people's where they have beautiful land already. We're trying to get there. So, yeah. So, but I'm so happy for him that he had 8 little piglets, and they're adorable. So we hope that we will be able to have piglets down the road. I'm not sure what kind we'll end up getting, looking into like Idaho pasture pigs, old spots, but we really did like the Manga Berkshire cross, and we're really happy with how they turned out.
We also liked the Berkshire red wattle cross in terms of land clearing.
Yeah.
They were very good at disturbing the land and rooting things up and eating the kind of invasive species that we have on the property. The Manga is not so much, but the end result was quite delicious.
The meat quality difference was
night and day.
Yeah, if it was only for meat, I would 100 times get the Manga cross.
Yeah, it was really
it's
good.
That much better.
But for land clearing, the Manga red wattle Berkshire red wattle they were amazing. So.
All right.
Well, it's almost been an hour, love.
I know. That's what I was saying. All right.
All right. Wrapping it up here.
Get it done.
All right. Well,
Kinsley is like,
where's my food?
We haven't fed them yet. So they're like, excuse me, hello.
So one last question here. Has the old barn fallen yet? It's pretty darn close. The 1922 barn. It's a lot of the walls are caving in, touching the ground. There's some beams in there that we're going to try to get out of there. Not exactly sure how we're going to do that safely, but we'll figure it out because we want to put them to use for a project in the house. And
keeping some of that history that's not in the middle of a floor.
Not going to bait me. Not doing it. So the barn is still standing, but it's looking real rough.
Yeah, it's definitely come down. We were able to salvage 20 something cement blocks, and pull those out before it fell, and then
that we're going to use for the shed for the chicken, leveling the shed for the chicken stuff.
Yeah, so there's just all sorts of stuff. So we were trying to get some pieces out of it, but we really want it to fall so then we can get the beams out and we can get some of the boards and some of the metal and use those for other projects. So Cool.
All right, well, again, congratulations to the winner. Please email us, find us on the About page of our channel. Email us so we can coordinate delivery of your Bluetti AC200L. And if you don't, within a week, we'll do this again.
We'll have our 6th live.
So, all right, everybody. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. And we will see you later.
Take care.
Bye. You ready to end this? How do we end this? End the stream.
Bye-bye now.
Goodbye. Oh, no.
Oh.
Goodbye.
And